Susan Nganga standing in for Rachel Gambo. So today we are diving into a topic that has become rather popular right here in Kenya, the K-pop culture. And to help me dissect more on that topic, I'm joined with very beautiful ladies on set. So I'll let them to introduce themselves first. I'm starting from here.
My name is Sane and I'm an ARMY.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Michelle and I stand Stray Kids. I'm a stay.
Hi, my name is Kim Lisa and I'm an ARMY.
So let's start from the beginning of it all. How are you introduced to K-pop?
So I have a best friend. She's in Uganda, and when I came to Kenya, the distance was so long. So she introduced me to K-pop. She's like, what if we look into BTS, and that will keep our connection strong. And ever since, we talk for hours and hours about BTS, and when she introduced me to BTS, from then on, like, I gym in and I've never gymmed out.
Okay. Let's start with gymming.
No, I'm an OT7, but that's a phrase that we always use. If you get into BTS, it's hard to come out.
Okay. Michelle?
I was introduced to K-pop by my friend too. So she was researching K-pop groups and she landed on Stray Kids, which debuted in 2018, and I discovered Stray Kids in 2021. So since then, I've been a stay, loyal and faithful.
Okay, I would say I got into K-pop after Form 4. That is when I got my first phone, and there was this Dynamite was just a big hit then. They were in advertisements and stuff, and I was like, this is the kind of things I like, and till now I'm an ARMY.
Was it Dynamite or Butter Pass that came out?
At that time, it was Dynamite. They were using it to advertise like Samsung. Yeah.
Yesterday was JK's birthday for the ARMYs. Tell me about that.
So JK's birthday, he's the golden markne. Yeah, in Korea. So it's a really big milestone for him, and we were so happy that first of all he got to celebrate his birthday outside the military, and yeah, we are really excited. And as Kenyan ARMYs, we had a project. We put up a billboard in CBD.
I saw that billboard yesterday.
Yeah, to celebrate JK. Yeah.
I asked myself, who put that?
Kenyan
There's
ARMYs.
a whole community where we contribute for the members' birthdays. Yeah, so during every birthday, you'd find that we have a member on the billboard. Yeah.
Okay. So what made you fall in love with K-pop?
K-pop, for me, first of all, I said my best friend introduced me to K-pop. At first, it was just a way of me communicating with her.
Sharing that bond.
Exactly. Okay. But after that, it just felt like home. It felt like it's just like the missing piece, when it clicks. Yeah, that's what K-pop felt for me, because everything that it represents, the fashion, the beliefs, the ideas, the hype, the fun, I just felt comfortable with it.
Michelle?
Well, for me, I didn't like K-pop at the moment. The whole stereotype of like the guys.
To you, it was like overhyped.
Yeah, it was overhyped.
Okay.
So when I started like getting interest in Stray Kids, it's because I confused their names. So I was like, let me know their names first, and then I can like look into them more. So it's the whole confusion between Felix's name and Hyunjin. Later on, my bias became Han. So I don't know why I was focused on them.
Yes.
The shorter guy.
Champion is the short one. That's Jakey. He's the short one. Han is our ace. But my interest was because of the passion they had. While they were debuting, it was kind of a journey we took with them, and the struggles. I was like, wow, let me see if they're really gonna make it like BTS, because we really respect BTS. They opened the pathway for every K-pop group. So when I'm happy they're going on tours and all that, I'm like, I was part of this
Yeah.
journey.
So nice.
Kim Lisa. First, tell us about your name. It's a unique name, Kim Lisa.
Kim Lisa.
Yes.
Okay, I am OT7 and I usually exchange my biases every time. So I was like, I would want a name that is K-pop because everybody has like, what are they called? Aliases, I think. Yeah, and I wanted a special name. My real name is Melissa, but the short form of Melissa is Lisa, and Kim is just Kim Namjoon or Kim Taehyung or Kim Seokjin. Any of the Kims, that's my Kim Lisa.
So you stan BTS.
Yes, I stand BTS.
Okay. So talking about K-pop right now, it's not a very like rather popular topic right here in Kenya. So does your family support you? Or your friends, what do they say when they say, I'm an army, I must stay? What do they say?
So for me, I talked to my mom about it, and she was weirdly, she was so receptive. She would sit down and listen to me yap about BTS. Like I would tell her about how these guys are going to the military, how Kim Namjoon learned English from watching Friends, and surprisingly she would listen. And every time that I will go and hang out with armies, she would ask me about them. And right now she knows all my army friends. So now I'm like, Mom, I'm going to hang out with my army friends. She's like, oh, will this and this be there? And I'm like, yeah, they will be there. So yeah, she supports me, and my friends who are non-K-pop, I can say they tolerate me. Yeah, there's that sense of them not accepting K-pop, but they're not weird about it or terrible or bashing me for it. They just be like, oh, that's your thing and it's okay.
And why do you think people have this kind of stereotypes in their minds?
First of all, let me use BTS. Most of the people think that since BTS they look girlish,
A certain way.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, they have that stereotype. They're like, oh, we cannot listen to men who look like girls. They don't get the meaning of the songs, their journey, their story. They just look at them from their appearance and they just judge them immediately. So
I guess
that's
in
the
Kenya,
biggest.
men wearing makeup is a very controversial
Very
topic.
controversial.
Yeah, it's being associated with the LGBTQ community. So I guess maybe that's also one of the reasons people
Yes,
don't
it
like
is.
accept the K-pop and Korean guys. Kim Lisa, I'm saying you have like something to say. So how does your friends like
Okay.
react to you?
I would say it's relative from person to person. My parents acknowledge it's a point that when you mention K-pop, they think of me, and I've influenced my sister and my brother also. They're big fans of BTS, and some of my friends just tell me it's a phase. It's your teenage years. I don't think it's that, because considering K-pop is something that when you get into it, it shapes you. It helps you form things inside you that you identify with, you belong. It's not just a phase, just a hyper teenage thing. Not.
I remember there was this host for is it an American host
Yeah.
who called BTS?
He went ahead and said BTS stands for just 13-year-old girls.
yes. And it became a whole thing in the army community.
Surprised. There's literally a whole community from men to older people to. It's a very beautiful community.
And Michelle, how does your friends react to you? Like, they say, I must stay, I love Han. How do they react, or how do they say?
Luckily, my friends are K-pop stans too.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing that actually kind of ticked me off is one of, am I allowed to say this? An ex.
Oh, you're allowed to say it.
Well, an ex told me that K-pop stan girls are all lesbians. I was like, why would you say that? He was like, the men you stan look like women, and you aim to get a man that looks like that. So if you fail to find a man like that, because obviously you're in Kenya, sisi ndo tuko, you're not going to find a pretty man. You will go and find a woman. I was like, that's stereotype and that's so false.
I'm really glad he's your ex.
Thank you. But yeah.
Kim Lisa, you talked about there being a whole big community right here in Kenya.
Yes, yes.
In the K-pop culture.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what does it really mean to you on a personal level?
Or I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but growing up, I had difficulty, especially when your parents are not that stable, and you find that there's a whole community where people don't judge. You just listen to music, you vibe, you have they're very opinionative, and it's in a good way. They understand you, feel like you belong. Literally, I would tell you, I didn't know her, but she was Ami, and she's my best friend right now. Literally, if I see anybody with anything Bangtan, I'll be like, that's my new best friend. So it's something that you don't have to sign up to belong to. You just belong automatically, and it's just warmth and home. Yes.
And my neighbor over here, what does it mean to you personally to belong to a community like that in Kenya?
Yeah, I would also borrow from her, because also personally, I'm introverted, but my army friends, if I say I'm introverted, they will wonder. They'll be like, you're lying. For me,
You're so outgoing.
Yeah.
When you're talking about Bangtan.
Yes, yeah. So for me, it's like I have two personalities at this point. I have my normal life and I have my army life. Because when I get into my army life, it's just like a whole new world, a community full of people who don't judge, people who accept you. I remember the first time I went to an army event, I just picked a random number out of the group, and I called her and I asked her, do you know this place? And she's like, yes. She called me each and every hour to ask me, have you arrived? Where are you right now? When I reached at the venue, she was there. She's like, oh, I'm glad you came. And from there, I've had lots of friends that up to now we are still friends, and it's been like 3 years down the line. Like, it's just amazing how you can find a person with a BTS t-shirt like her, and
I saw it.
yeah, and you ask her like, are you army? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, I'm also army, and we just talk and we vibe. So it's just can I say unreal? It's just something unreal. I never knew that before BTS such a thing would happen. And it's just love and happiness, and I love it. Yeah.
Michelle?
What was the question? I'm so lost in explanation. What was it?
Does Stan have a community?
The community. For me, the community is more like home. It's a family. I attended my first K-pop event. When was it? The K-pop fest?
July,
yeah.
July or June?
June. Yeah, June. And that's when I saw you. She's a really great dancer, by the way. We did arrive late, and they were doing like random dances, and I was feeling so out of place because I'm not a multi stan, and the event was not like, oh, you stand Stray Kids, stay here, okay, BTS stand there. No. So we arrived, and they were like so friendly, welcoming. They don't judge you. It's like you know each other for a long time. You get it? It's like you've belonged there, we've been together. The community is really warm. There's not much to say about it.
And in terms of creativity, does standing a K-pop group influence that? Because I'm seeing Kim Lisa with all these purple, and I'm saying, I mean, you know, the theme for BTS, I guess it's purple. Yeah, I purple.
Yes. So can I go?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So for me, of course, my favorite color is purple. That's how my hair is inspired, and this style is Zoe from Demon Hunters. I don't know if you get the idea, but this is kind of how Zoe from Demon Hunter does her hair. And I would say K-pop invokes creativity, like mega creativity. I have friends who are creative, and you've done that, and they're like, yeah, because it's about a culture that comes with fashion and beauty. You perceive beauty in a different kind of way, and when you go to these events, people are dressed damn and you're like, that is drip. That like it really brings about creativity. And I don't know if I can say that, but her shirt yes
it looks nice, by the way. I saw it was on, like, okay.
It's self-made.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yes. And also, like, we have like creativity in a sense of you get to sell merchandise so that because this is also merch. Yeah, it's not imported and something. It's just local based, and you get these from your local sales, like vendors, at events, or just they have local, what are these called, pages, like I feel like the creativity part is like on a bigger level, because we even have like dance crews. Yes.
Wait, you meant that?
That is the whole point. It looks nice.
Thank you. So this I made it last year. We had an event around this period. It was called Chuseok. Chuseok event. It's a Korean event where they celebrate harvest and pray for good. Just a Thanksgiving event. After harvest, they pray for good harvest. They just thank the gods for having a good harvest. So we had an event, and I wanted something Korean theme. So I went online and searched the Korean traditional dressing, the hanbok. So I saw like this shirt will work well as a hanbok. Yeah, so I designed it in the hanbok way, and then the layering, the downer part. It came from K-pop. K-pop fashion is all about layers. You can wear a trouser and a skirt on top for both male and female. So yeah, that's the fit.
Koreans have this kind of style in their dressing. It's so cool. Okay, so have you tried learning Korean?
Yes.
I know Michelle is a teacher of Korean.
You're a teacher. Sit down, ladies.
What about Michelle?
Not a teacher, more of an assistant, because I'm learning. Sometimes I take part in the weekend academy program in Mahanem College, the AYF program.
Yes.
So there's a Korean class, and our teacher, she's very, very nice. And I prefer learning Korean from an actual Korean because the pronunciation really matters. Learning Korean from a Kenyan can sometimes mess you up because they pronounce words differently, and when you speak to a native, it's like, hold up, what did you say? But the Korean thing is, learning Korean language is fun. My mom tries to learn it. She's not good, I will say. The only thing she knows is Oma, because that's what I call her all the time. I'm like, Oma, and she's like, yes. She doesn't get any of that. But Korean language is nice.
Yeah, I actually know a bit of Korean, and also continue to learn. I have recently enrolled. There's a program at KU, so I'm a newly enrolled student there to continue with my...
The King Sejong.
Yeah, the King Sejong.
I also enrolled in that.
Okay. You too. Yes.
Book one.
Book one, but Wednesday class.
I'm also there. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I would say learning Korean comes with it because their songs are in Korean. You would want to learn Korean so that you understand the songs without actually translating, because a lot is lost in translations. So you want to get the original thing by getting Korean itself. Yeah.
My pretty neighbor.
Yeah, so for me, it's not an actual school. Duolingo. I have like a 2-year streak right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're consistent.
Yeah, though I did enroll once last year to a program, which was a 3-month program. Yeah, and I had a chase called Mr. Kim, and but so it ended. I think we're supposed to have another this year. Yeah, but it's really fun learning the language. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I tried to learn Chinese, and I was like, Okay, so how big is the scene of K-pop right now in Kenya? In your own point of view, Kimberly South, that is it.
Okay, in my point of view,
yes,
I will speak as an event organizer. Okay, so my friends and I are organizing an event. It's on Saturday, in fact.
Okay.
Yes, the 6th. Yeah. So I feel like there's a lot of crowd in K-pop. When we just talk about Nairobi, there's a lot because people show up in these events and it's in masses, and it's really nice because you'd even find like in platforms like Spotify and Apple Music, we have a lot of streamings. That means we even rank like number 2 in the sub-Saharan for K-pop. Yes, so you'd find that is a very big crowd, and it shows how big K-pop is in Kenya and how influential it is, because like this, we talk in numbers, because you can't just be number 2 in Africa. Yeah, it shows there's actually influential stuff going on. Yeah,
but in my own personal view, I think I've never met like a K-pop fan. I don't know why.
What am I?
No, until today. I'm sorry. Until today.
Okay.
Yeah, because I see not many people want to like express themselves like I'm a K-pop fan, unless you see them like wearing like a branded T-shirt or a branded hoodie. You realize that they are K-pop fans.
Yeah.
And also, I have only two groups like BTS. Most people are in BTS.
Yeah.
Most people are in
Stray
Kids and also Blackpink. But finding other stands for other groups
there's a lot of stands, because I don't know, I gravitate towards BTS, but I also stand Stray Kids, 80s. I am a big fan of it. In Hypen, TXT. There's even a new one, Coaches.
Coaches.
Coaches is amazing.
Yes, I am everything, but BTS is my anchor. Can I say anchor? Yeah. And
The new group.
yes,
Hype.
big Coaches. Yes, so I would say
Which has the black.
No.
It's a boy group.
Yeah, of 5 members. They just debuted last month.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we talk about like you not identifying, I feel like we do not, because we get bullied. We get bullied. I have my wallpaper as this is Jungkook. And that's how sometimes I find armies. I'll be snooping and is that Jungkook? But when you just openly express yourself in K-pop, people will criticize. They'll be like, what kind of style is that? Why are you walking with photo cards everywhere? Like, so I feel like when we're as a team, we are allowed to like be ourselves, but Kuinje, we just have to be Kenyan.
What do you think?
I have this view that most K-pop stars are introverted. Yeah, so like when they are with a crowd is when we come out of our shell and become now extroverted and loud. So there's this one time I was in a matatu and I was on my phone. I was working on a 17 notebook, and some girl just looked at my phone and she's like, is that Hoshi from 17? And I was like, yeah. And we talked the whole ride. So like, matatus, how people stand, the matatus. Like she literally told the people, like there were people in front and people at the back, but there's space between us. So we are just yapping about and it's just nice to find like someone just walking like a K-pop stand, but it's also hard. Because people are in their shell and we only come out now during the events. Now you just see like the last K-pop event, we had over 600 people just for K-pop.
In Nairobi alone?
Yes, in Nairobi.
And what about other counties? Are you working on something right now?
We don't have that much exposure from that, because sometimes you'd find marketing could be hard. There's no platforms for it, and when you just release a poster, napo chini umeandika send money, it's like, are you trying to steal from me? Because you don't have like websites and stuff for buying tickets. It's just a group of people, they come together and they're like, should we organize this? And you're like, yeah.
And how much are these events? Like, I met someone that told me that these events, mostly BTS events, they're very expensive to go to.
No, they're not. Okay, expensive is relative.
Yes,
if you're talking like 700 shillings, because most of the events are 700 shillings, right? The most expensive event I've been to was 1,000, and that is really not expensive for a ticket, considering you're going to have these things organized for you. Yeah, ticketing is usually not cheap, but when you find you're putting it at a low bar like 1,000 shillings, that is really pocket friendly and understanding.
And what happens in these events? I've never been to an event.
You should come on Saturday. You should come, by the way. You should come and even document if it's possible.
Are the tickets there?
Yes.
Okay.
They're still there. The tickets are not limited. The tickets are not limited, by the way. Yeah. In these events, things happen naturally. There's music, there's games, Korean games to be precise. There's what else is there? Random dance performances. We have really good dancers and singers. People have beautiful talents, so they come to showcase that during the events. We just have fun, we bond, there's nothing nicer than like meeting somebody. It's like football. When people unite in football, they'll be like, even if they've never known each other and they know Messi, that Messi's the topic, right?
Yes,
exactly. That's K-pop now. Yeah, it's a whole vibe when you come together.
Yeah, so we also have the fashion. Yeah, because you'll find a person in an amazing outfit, and you ask her, and she's like, it's just something I came up with. Yeah,
like come up with
okay. Yeah, so I love interacting with K-poppies because I get to interview them. I have like a TikTok on that, just centered around K-pop. So
what's your name? Handle?
Yeah, it's this.
Yeah. Put a handle there.
Yeah. So I used to do this when we go to events. I used to ask people like their outfit, what inspired their outfit, all that, and then we also have merch. There's fan-made merch and also imported merch. Yeah, so we have vendors. The events, we get to get the photo cards, we get the holders, cute things like this.
Oh. Is it sugar?
Yeah, that's sugar.
And it's Jimmy.
I know
I know. Okay.
Yeah, so we get a lot of accessories. So such a thing you can put like on your cloth, on your bag, and exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just so we have the merch, we have the music, we also have food, and yeah, basically that, and interactions.
And Michelle, how big is the scene in your own point of view, the K-pop, in terms of the events and all that? How was your experience first? You said you attend. Yes, your experience.
I was nervous, just like I am right now. We are introverts, most of us, so I really do have social anxiety around people. So first I was sure that I was going with my friends, but as I landed there, I can't say that the place is a place to make you feel like an alien or like you're new to that place, because everyone is really, really, really drawn towards each other. Like even though we stand different groups or bands, whatever, you connect on the fact that it's K-pop. That's all I can say, because they've said everything. I thought she's not, since you didn't mention food, then she did. I'm like, yeah, nice, because people don't hear food, they're like, so why is my money going to,
And that's soju.
So yes, alcohol.
Yes, the Korean kind. Yes. So
I normally say it in K-drama, it's like water.
Yeah. It's not water.
Water, honey. It looks like water.
So you should try. It tastes like soda. So it is sweet.
Yeah,
it is sweet.
But not the chimsu.
not the other one, not the other flavored ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I see these things in K-drama. Anyway, so we're going for a very short break. We'll be right back to continue more on this wonderful topic. Yes, and getting to learn more about K-pop and everything to do with Koreans.
Yay!
Welcome back to the show. We were talking about K-pop culture in Kenya. How popular is it? Is it really popular? And what's all the hype about? So we had our beautiful guest. So we are talking about K-pop and how it influences the Kenyan culture, especially maybe in terms of beauty. Some will argue that the beauty standards the Korean and Kenya standards is very different. So are we really neglecting our culture as Africans, as Kenyan, if we embrace the Korean culture? Because beauty standards Korean, maybe you should be thin, your face will look a certain way. How is that?
What?
Exciting.
Yeah, so when it comes to beauty standards, that's a very, very sensitive topic.
Yes.
Because even if you look at the K-pop culture itself and the beauty standards, like it has had a lot of controversies, even with the people directly involved. So for outsiders like us, I think for me, I take the good of K-pop, and the bad we kind of just shove it under the rug, sadly. Because something like beauty standards, if you actually look at what these guys go through, for example, the workouts, there was a workout that went viral for Le Seraphim, and it is rough. It is very rough. And when an idol talks about their routine, their daily routine, they sing on treadmills while running for their core to be built so that they can perform while dancing, and the V-line face structure for idols also. So it's just a lot of unrealistic things for an outsiders like us.
Is that a bad thing for Kenyans? Because we'd say, if you compare that, if I want to be like an idol, maybe if I want to be like Lisa, I will start comparing myself to that person. You see, does that make me feel less of a human, or maybe my self-esteem will be down?
Okay, I would. Can I?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. The main campaign of BTS is loving yourself, right? And K-pop has a lot of drawbacks. Just like anything else, too much of something is poisonous. And one of the drawbacks is it comes with beauty, because they have these absurd beauty standards. While BTS passed this message that you're supposed to love yourself, embrace yourself, you're just perfect the way you are. You don't have to eat less to be beautiful. You're beautiful from the inside, right? And as much as these beauty standards are usually nice, when you borrow them and blend them, they become very nice. For example, their kind of makeup, there's a way they do makeup. Their skincare is very good. We could use the positive part of the beauty, like for example, skincare. There's been skincares in Korean skincare companies in Kenya. Yes, they're just establishing. Yeah, and I would say the rest it comes from you. It's, as much as you stand K-pop, you're supposed to know some things are not right. Like, you have to love yourself the way you are. You have to consider your mental health and not think about what others are saying, because at the end of the day, it's you.
But as you've said, that is only one group, BTS.
Yeah.
What about if I'm standing another group and they're not advocating for the same things?
Okay.
Because for me, a girl, if I have a role model, I'll want to be like that person. If I see maybe Rosie being in a certain way, if I see Rosie dieting, I'll want to diet also.
Okay.
If I'll want to frame my face to be in a certain way for me to fit like my role model.
Okay.
So that's maybe one of the bad of K-pop.
Okay.
Because we're trying to compare ourselves with someone else that is not actually good. But BTS, you said they advocate for love yourself.
Yeah.
I listened to the speech for Namjoon.
Yes.
Yes. I totally know the nitty-gritties of it.
You know your stuff.
Yes. What about you, Michelle? What do you think about that?
I think trying to be like a K-pop idol, it's like some type of obsession or Korean boot.
But many K-pop stans are like that. Girls are obsessed with these people.
Yeah, that's an obsession. That's not healthy. Because keep in mind...
But what's healthy obsession and what's not healthy obsession? Where do you draw the line,
obsession
actually?
does not mean you have to starve yourself in order to look like a certain person.
But my role model is starving themselves.
But remember, genetics and you're from where you come from, you cannot be the same. They're Koreans, we are blacks. We are not meant to be that thing. And our beauty standards differ.
I think this is a conversation we should have about how to draw the line or where to draw the line. Because I think people compare themselves with it. People are obsessed. Girls are obsessed with K-pop idols. And we want to be like them. People, I went to a live for, I guess it was JK, and he says, people saw him sleeping.
16 million people.
Yes. It became a big thing. So, but people see K-pop idols do something and we want to emulate them. We want to be like them. And and sometimes not realistic. So where do we actually draw the line? Because I think these events, even it's about, yes, we will go have fun, we'll play the games, we'll do all these things, but actually are we really educating ourselves on these things?
I would say on that topic, as I said, it's not just something individually, it's a community. That means there'll be opinions, and this is where the healthy comes in, because they'll be looking at you and they'll be like, no, don't worry, it's okay to stand this person and not, because most of us just stand them. We pick good attributes from them, like how they work hard. For example, I would look at Son of 80s and I'll be like, he is very obedient and down to earth, but he's an icon. You see, that is what I would want to take from it. And you would look like maybe at Namjoon of BTS and you'd be like, I want to view the world how he views the world, because he really has a nice way to view the world. And you'd look at
isn't that, if I can cut, isn't that a picture that he wants people to see? Who are these people behind the cameras?
Not really. I wouldn't say he wants people to see, because that is really him.
But these people are being trained.
Yeah,
they are trained to look at certain way in the camera.
A realm of BTS, there's Kim Namjoon as a whole person.
Yes. See, so who is this Kim Namjoon as a person?
Okay.
And how is this person? Because the one I'm seeing on screen, he's this perfect person. Okay. Is this person who his skin is flawless? Is this person who works hard? Is this person who trains hard? Is this person who sings well? Is this person who raps well? But who is this Kim Namjoon behind the scenes?
Exactly. So that is why we're telling you K-pop is deeper. It's not just about obsession, and it's about understanding. I feel like K-pop stands are very understanding. They know how to perceive things and interpret, because they just don't look at something and they'll be like, oh, that's a chair. They'll be like, this chair, the person who made it took time to do it, and it's a nice design. You see, like they go deep into the thing. For example, when I just look at J-Hope, I figure him out as like a ray of sunshine, but there's Jung Ho-seok in this J-Hope, there's Jung Ho-seok who worked hard. He was once nothing first before he became an idol. So we're looking at that aspect of how he's able to build himself to J-Hope. See, we just as the bad things will always be there. There's hakuna kitu mzuri. No, they will always have drawbacks, but you focus on the positive side.
But many people don't have that mentality, that mindset. Okay. So does this event like advocate for that?
Okay, to take you back a little.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. I agree with you. There are some very, very dark things about K-pop. But let's say in the beginning, like of K-pop, not the beginning, like previously, we have these groups, both girls and boys, that have been kept at a very high pedestal, at a very high standard. And we had that disconnect with the people. That's why you find that people are trying to do the diet, people are trying to look like those idols, and some things are toxic. But I feel like recently I have to appreciate the lives that we have, the Weverse live, the YouTube lives, the Instagram lives. So through that we get to see this other unpolished sides of K-pop. That's where we look at.
But they're also controlled. The Weverse lives, we look at
if you look some of them, some are scripted, but we look at Jungkook giving us a tour of his house, him just sitting and eating ramyeon or eating just food. We look at Jin eating calories and calories of food. There we look at Namjoon fumbling with his words, accepting that, oh, I'm clumsy, or saying that I have this drawback, or I have this pimple on my face, or doing this. Even the other groups, not only BTS, even the Stray Kids, we have I saw I think Bangchan
eating slices of pizza,
eating like literally there was a Bangchan one complaining that there was a pineapple in his pizza.
So like in his burger.
In his burger.
And it's become a whole thing in the fandom.
So I feel like we're getting to know them in such a perspective, away from that pedestal that I've kept, makes us fans not to drown in that essence, that statement that they've made, that K-pop idols are untouchable, they're unreachable, and they want to be like that. So we get them as their own individuals. Even though scripted, I think it helps knowing that this person is also a human being, and they behave like me, and it's okay to be like that. That's why I love this new group, Cotis. Like they're not exalted. Can I say that? They're not exalted. That you can just see they're 5 normal boys doing their goofy stuffs, and the people who stand them, they're like, oh, I also do that. Yeah, so it's being normalized right now for K-pop idols to do normal things. But previously, I'd say it was toxic, and yes, I appreciate that it is not yet done. We still have that darkness in K-pop still, but from this point I think we are growing out of it. But still, it depends with the individual. It's you yourself not to go in that pitfall. It's you yourself to have your morals and say, oh, let me draw the line myself. And having a community that helps you to stay together and to not to dive into that pit hole or something, it also helps. And yeah, for the events, I feel like they should also advocate for that.
Do you have that for the events?
What?
A time like to like sit down and talk about these things?
Not
because they're
really.
really
We have
happening.
groups. We have community, like online spaces. There's groups, so that you could find when something comes up, you analyze it, you talk about it, your views on it. There's a lot of K-pop groups. It's a whole community,
Yeah, it
literally
is.
thousands of people in these groups. Yeah, so that is where I think I'd say that is our bar, because we come together and look at what us as the Kenyan armies think about this whole controversy in South Korea, and we're like, it will do it the Kenyan way.
But also, maybe I'll say some K-pop idols also fail to like draw the line, because they say many people committing suicide in Korean, like the idols. What do you think about that? About the idols maybe committing suicide or
I'll
something?
blame the
that
netizens.
Yeah.
I'll blame them. 'Cause
because they're the one advocating for love, loving yourself, but they're also the one not loving themselves.
The K-pop industry is a demanding industry.
Very.
It demands you're supposed to be these perfect humans. They forget that these are just humans. They were babies and just grew up to be idols. So sometimes it's toxic, and some of us are fragile and we cannot take it, and sadly.
But also you fans,
your fans
kind of
You see, in K-pop, there are different types of fans.
Yes, there's
we have the
different.
natives, the Korean fans, and then we have international fans. So if you look at international fans, we are more understanding compared to the K-pop fans, because I always follow this K-pop news, and you see and you look at some news that netizens are mad because an idol went without makeup at the airport. Such petty things. So like the Korean culture itself and the people itself,
Like simple things, like normal things, like dating.
I feel it's just more of the Korean netizens that they are pressuring the idols. And also we have a lot of factors when it comes to something like an idol committing suicide, because we are also aware that some companies are not so good to their idols and their artists. So we also have that. And if an idol is being mistreated by their company and also gets backlash for some petty thing, I think the recent idol, the girl who committed suicide, it was because of a DUI, driving under influence. And it's a sad thing, because the Korean community took it too far.
I think also because you're a role model to a lot of people. So when you're driving like that, I'm not supporting them, but I think they should also have a way to like how they picture themselves as these perfect human beings. It's also very negative to us, because also fans become obsessed. I guess they themselves made up like this. They made us obsessed with them, obsessed with the perfect image of an idol. Because right now, when maybe Jimin does something bad, you'll be like, huh? Jimin,
like the scooter
I know him as this perfect person in my head. I'm thinking not wrong in this person from the time they debuted until now. So I guess they should also be in check.
I would
something.
say the average K-pop stan, I don't think they look at the idols like normal, because we see the reality shows, and in these reality shows they are literally unfiltered. They're chaotic in these reality shows for the idols. So I would say that for somebody looking at the other end, they'll think the idols are perfect, but the K-pop stars, we just know them like this is
like
Linky of
normal
80s. Yeah.
And also there are some scandals about being racist. What do you think about many K-pop idols have been caught in this to scandals, dogo about it?
As much as it's not good, I feel like everybody's a racist sometimes. Sometimes we say it in our own way. Sometimes we say things that hurt the other person, and sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's unintentional, but still it's not a good thing to be. We all have the same kind of blood. I mean, it's sometimes it's just lack of exposure and ignorance. But yeah, I cannot really talk about racism.
Shelly, you're very quiet.
No, because about this, I think when it comes to this perfect image about K-pop idols, it's more about how much you trust your idol. Because recently, sadly, I watched a K-drama called Celebrity. It's about the life behind the cameras.
Yeah.
So I discovered that they go live, they get drunk, they eat this. It's a way of making you feel connected to them. So it can be like a scripted thing for you to feel closer to them. So I don't trust everything I see. Based on one thing that happened with Kim So-yoon that kind of broke my heart. That was really, really painful. And I was like, this is not the guy I know and see and watch their lives, because the story I had, it's so different. So when it comes to this topic, I prefer to stay silent, because it can get really toxic. Yeah. And the racism thing, I don't want to talk much about it, because as Kenyans, we don't experience much racism in our country. But there's this other side of the Black Americans. They can take that to heart. There's a way they experienced with the who we call them what
Those people.
Those people. Yeah. Those people. Yeah, I don't call them captivators or whatever. Yeah. So when it comes to racism, that's a whole different side where I'm different views with K-pop stance.
Okay, let's shift the focus. We leave the dark side alone. Okay, in terms of K-pop music right now, do you think it would come a time that it will overshadow the Kenyan music now, or the African music?
Overshadowing? I wouldn't say overshadowing. Because, okay, most people think K-pop is just an obsession, which is, it's a genre, it's a whole music industry. It's not just an obsession, you know. But I don't feel like it would overshadow, because the Kenyan industry is also good at making music. They have pretty much nice music, but we have to also appreciate music on a different level, and not just remain here. It's nice to cross culture, so that Kenya kidogo and then all the other things.
Anthony?
For me, I don't think K-pop will overshadow Kenyan music, because there's also preference, and there's also now the stereotype of K-pop. For me, I feel Kenyans are opinionated. They have strong opinions and stuff. So we'll have the 1% that will be open to any kind of music. They will be open to the Latin music, the French, those exotic kind of, they'll be open. But we'll have these staunch Kenyans who will be just focused on reggaeton, whatever, those ones. But overshadowing, no. But we can't ignore that K-pop is growing, and it's becoming big, and it's touching people's hearts.
And where do you see it in 10 years?
Sorry?
The K-pop community and K-pop, whatever, in Kenya.
I hope it would be as big as just any other music, the R&B in Kenya, or maybe hip-hop, because K-pop is really not just gibberish in Korean. It's message. It's music. Music speaks to us. Even if you do not understand, music will make you cry. Music will make you fall in love. It's music, and as long as it's good music, it will always grow.
Shall?
Music is art, music is poetry, music touches soul. So whatever language it comes in, you can't tell me that I'm listening to ching chongs, but you're over there listening to Cardi B rap in Spanish and you don't understand anything, but you want to criticize me. So music is more personal take on how you view it. But
And what about the language barrier?
The language
There's
barrier.
translations. There's
Subtitles.
No, but I can't listen to music and then I'm reading.
No, you listen first and then go translate it later.
I don't. Sometimes I translate Korean music to English. It's kind of cringe. I will say that. Music is a vibe. You don't listen it with your ears just because you understand it. You have to feel it.
Yes.
You feel your music, feel the song, feel the lyrics.
Yes.
Not
So
the
where do you see the
language.
K-pop industry in the next 10 years? Or the K-pop in Kenya, actually?
For me, I won't predict, but I just hope. I hope people will be more open.
Yeah.
Because I want to say this. There's a time last year, Babs, the Nicki Minaj fandom, they organized a meetup. And it was all over Nairobi Gossip Club. Yeah, and it was once. But, you know, ARMYs, we have been meeting up, I think since 2016. K-pop stands, we have groups, we have Stray Kids stays meeting up, but no one sees that.
Yeah.
And it's not that 2 people or 3 people. We have crowds.
Yeah.
We have people jumping, and there's a time we were at an event, and the neighbors there came and were asking us, what's going on? Like, what's happening? What's this? Why is there so much?
K-pop is loud.
Yeah, so in 10 years, I hope that people will be open to K-pop in Kenya, and also K-pop will be open to Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have, as William introduced, said you're fans since a long time ago. What's one memory that you'll forever remember? Like this memory, it's the one for me as a K-pop fan.
As a K-pop fan,
Yes.
I would say what I'll always remember is my first time listening to my favorite song, Microcosmos. I did not know a word in Korean, but this song comes on my earphones and I'm like, what is this? And I'm crying. It's literally making me to cry. I do not understand anything, but just the vibrations throughout my body is like, and that's how I knew this is my music. So yeah.
Rochelle?
I think my memory will be introducing my sister to K-pop. And the crazy thing about that is she became a bigger fan and a multi-stan, leaving me behind. And that through K-pop, I met my friend group. Yeah. That's the biggest memory, or whatever the question you asked.
Beautiful neighbor. What's the most memorable part? Say?
For me, it's also meeting my friend group, because you know, when you spoke about the darker side of K-pop, so my friends and I, we used to organize sleepovers, like at least every month. We come together, we go out, we get an Airbnb, just girls, K-pop stans, and we just listen to music for the weekend or sometimes a day, and it just gave us a sense of belonging, and also helped us unwind. You know how hectic Kenya can be, and mostly Nairobi. So my best moment in K-pop is it was forming like a community. It's just another experience you cannot define.
Yeah.
I asked a question when we were in the room, and what if one K-pop band came to Kenya? And their reactions
K-pop is energy. I feel like K-pop stars have energy, and when we are loud, you would see us in a room and you'd be like, what are they bickering about? It's not bickering, it's just relating. You know, and when I feel like when one artist comes, oh, it will be the best. Especially when Africa is not really in the radar for K-pop, but when they do, I hope sometime in the future.
There was a time I saw a video up on J-Hope.
Yeah.
Like he was pointing to Africa, I guess it was South Africa.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw
Yeah,
that.
it was Kenya. The
Permission
permission
to
to dance.
permission to dance.
Permission to dance.
We had
the
board,
thing.
yeah, Kenya
when he did
information.
Yes.
this Kenya there. So Kenyan armies were like maybe, but
Will they come?
They don't. This world tour doesn't make it to Kenya.
The
It's really
world.
sad.
don't be negative.
I'm not negative.
Don't be
I'm
negative.
hopeful. If it doesn't come to me, I will go to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are two ways to
But
view
we
it.
hope they come to us.
Yes.
For
we
me,
hope
I
they come to
wish
us.
if there's a K-pop group that could come to Kenya, I wish BTS to
Yeah,
come to
I
Kenya. Oh my God, guy BTS. I just sometimes I imagine. And there was a time I made a video on my TikTok, and it was all about. First, I saw this interviewer. He does like street interviews in Korea, and he asked a person
In Kenya?
No,
Korea.
he's in Korea. He asked a person like a hot tech, and the dude was like, "Oh, there's no K-pop group that has ever done a world tour." And the interviewer was so defensive, and he's like, "No, they've done a world tour, but there's a whole continent that they have never been."
It's a whole
Yeah.
continent. So second largest continent, Makio.
And so and this interviewer later said that K-pop companies, they look at infrastructure. African countries have not yet achieved that.
I
And was like,
blame the media.
Yeah.
They
We have
portray
stereotype.
yes,
Yeah.
they
There's a
portray
very
Africa
weird
as
stereotype.
very timid, but Africa is really grown. We have the infrastructure, we have crowds.
So like after that on my TikTok I made a video of the stadiums in Africa, because like most of their performances are done in stadiums, and we have big stadiums: Egypt, Nigeria, South
Morocco.
Africa, even Kenya.
We have the Kasarani Stadium.
Exactly. Like 60,000 plus capacity.
Yes.
Yeah, so I hope that stereotype both in Korea and also like outside Africa goes away, and I just hope BTS comes to Africa, because we're going to rock that house.
I know.
So for parting shots, we'll start with Kim Lisa. So tell us something. Your parting shot.
Oh, my parting shot.
Yes.
Okay, I don't think I have much to say. I would just say I would really appreciate if people stopped viewing K-pop as a trend, as a phase. It's not. It's a whole community, a whole atmosphere. Yeah, and I hope we get supported by the entertainment industry, especially in Kenya. We get recognized. That would really help.
Michelle.
About K-pop.
Yes.
If you want to vibe with K-pop, please do join us. I won't force you. Do you?
No, join.
Tickets are limited. The tickets are limited.
Yes. Come to the events.
If you want to be one of us, welcome to the community. It's fun, it's free, it's loving, it's warm. If the community doesn't really speak to you, then Korean food is really good. You should try.
It's really nice.
So
My
there are two ways to
beautiful,
view it.
pretty, creative neighbor.
Okay, so for me, I'd love, for me, it's just to invite all K-pop stans outside Nairobi. Don't feel neglected. We are a lot. You are a lot. Like there are a lot of K-pop stans around Kenya, like all over Kenya, even in Seoul. I was surprised, yeah. But
Sometimes that if you hear, you're like, wait a minute.
yeah, so for me it's just to tell you, like, be yourself, believe in your love, in your creativity, express yourself and speak yourself, like Kim Namjoon said, and don't be afraid. You have a whole community, you have people backing you, and just welcome. Yeah.
Thank you. We have listened to the beautiful, pretty ladies here about K-pop. We have talked about the dark realities of K-pop and the brighter realities of K-pop. We have talked about the K-pop music, the K-pop food, which Michelle said it was good, and the creativity that all goes into K-pop, the K-pop culture. And I think it has become one of the most important things that has become popular or is becoming popular. So go listen out to one of the music and see if it will entertain you, and make sure to go to that event. Go to that event, guys.
Yes.
It's on the 6th.
6th of September.
this coming Saturday.
This coming Saturday.
Yes. So it's on the 6th of this coming Saturday. Make sure to go if you're a K-pop fan, if you're an ARMY, if you're a STAY, if you're a
Only for
Blink.
armies.
Is that Pink
It's
or
only
a
for
Blink?
ARMY.
There's
Blink
only
for
for
army
armies,
only.
but on my page I usually post about events. So if you want to know about events in Kenya, K-pop events in general, I have a page. I usually post about them. We attend every event. Yes.
So if you're an ARMY, make sure you go to that event.
Yes.
So thank you so much for being with me today. I was standing in for Rachel Gambo. My name is Susan Nganga, and this has been the Youth Hub, the show that gets your group on. Bye bye. See you next time.
Bye.